So I was piddling the other day with this little stamp set that I got from AliExpress. This one here has this adorable tree. But I've looked at this tree a number of times and thought, you know what, I would like to have a fall tree out of that actually still has leaves on it, that is of fall colors. So I got out some distress inks. I got out this one, which is aged mahogany. I got out this one that is antique linen. This one I really didn't use that much because the first tree that I tried, I just didn't like the green in it for whatever reason. But the second one, I just put a few dots here and there of this color and it works. So this one is pine needles. This is spiced marmalade. And then for the browns, I got out 3 different ones because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. So I got out vintage photo. We all know that's a favorite. Brushed corduroy. Yeah, that's right. Goodness, it didn't sound right when it was coming out the first time. And then finally, this one is walnut stain. I have this watercolor brush that actually was brand new until today. I don't know where I came across this, but it says Snap Flow, and it just says round. It doesn't give a number. 6 round. For anybody that knows anything about watercoloring, and for anybody that knows anything about them, they will know what this is. I don't. I'm not a painter. I just, again, happened upon it somewhere in my mess because I'm attempting to get some things organized in here. So there's my trees. I stamped it out twice. No, they're not even, but that's okay because I'm going to use these same colors and do some on the ground. And then I'm going to put a sentiment. I don't know where I'm going to put a sentiment, but this is going to end up a card front. I think it turned out adorable for my first couple of tries, and given the fact that I'm not a painter, but I think I'm going to show you guys how I came to this. Every one of them is going to look different from the one before it, because the probability of me getting them exact is not very high. Like Cinnamon Cooney says, I'm not a copy machine, so there's that. Let's get these guys backing out of the way. Right there's my little inspiration. This is just a thick cardstock. It's not a watercolor cardstock because really I'm not letting the ink, I'm not letting the moisture stay on there so much that it makes it peel, and I'm not rubbing away anywhere. I'm actually just dropping the colors in with little drops. So I want to stamp the tree trunk in brown. This is just one of their all-purpose inks in cocoa. Got it from Tuesday Morning a long time ago. And here is my little deal. I'm probably going to do it this way so that I can get 2 card mats out of it, or card fronts, whatever. So I'm going to do one on one side. I could do one further back and make it look like it's further away. I'll do 3 trees. I stuck my thumb right in that ink. That's alright, I needed to get a paper towel out anyway. Do I want one back there? No, I'm going to just do 2. So I'm going to turn it around and do this side the same way. First thing I did, again, I'm not a painter, I'm just a crafter. I'm not an artist, I'm just a crafter. But I wet my brush, and I just kind of put a little bit of water down on the paper. That's what I've seen a lot of artists do, so I just kind of follow what they show. Like Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. Sometimes she does this, and sometimes she doesn't. But I figured I'd just follow her lead because she sure knows more about art than I do. Alright, now I have 3 different stamp blocks. I'm just going to take my little ink pads and smoosh some onto one of the blocks. Actually, I'm going to use all 3 of these blocks for that. Then let's put orange on the same one. I love this color of orange. So there's that one. And then we have this one. And I'm not going to even get out the green, I don't think. This one is the antique linen. And this one, you can't even see it from the camera when I put it on the block, but I can see it's obviously yellow in that corner. This one is corduroy, and then the last one is the vintage photo. No, that's not true. I'm going to use the walnut stain too. I'm going to put all 3 of these browns on this block with this linen color. Alright, then I put some water on my brush and just add a drop to each one of the colors. Then I don't have to wipe my brush off because I'm about to use those same colors. On one of them I started with this reddish maroon color, that aged mahogany. And I just started putting little dots kind of around the tree to begin with. And if you feel like you need to tape your paper down, by all means do that. I'm not overly concerned about it. And I'm putting some in areas where there is no branches, because in wildlife that's what would happen. You'd be able to see through some of the trees. So that's what I take into account. And depending on how hard you push down on your brush depends on how big the spots are. Then I just clean off my brush. And let's go to orange next. If you feel like one of your spots gets too big, use your paper towel and just dab it off. See how it's starting to look pretty already? I'll have to have more red in on that one. So in fairness, it's the next day. I wanted to let those dry really good, and then I went in with my Wink of Stella on this one and just kind of hit certain areas of the trees. When you're using your blocks for the ink smooshing, they're really easy to clean off. Just water, a paper towel and water, and you can clean them right off. It's noon here, and you know how I can tell? Because of that alarm that goes off. They do it every Saturday to test the weather awareness. It's like if we have a tornado in the area, that's the alarm that goes off, or siren, I mean. What I don't understand is, today is also October 7th, which is the first Saturday of October, and every year, first Saturday of October, we have a festival right here by my house that's called the Czech Festival. Thousands of people turn out to this thing. And, you know, they're all out wandering around. I'm sure that was ear-piercing for many of them, because it is loud. Without a doubt, it is painfully loud if you're outside. Seems they would have tested the other ones on the other side of town today because they rotate. Now again, I'm going to add a drop of water to each one of these colors. I'm not going to get too crazy with it, because some of these colors I want to stay their darkest that they can stay. Come on, get off the brush. Because I found while doing this that, like on this one, I do like how there's lighter points with this burgundy color or mahogany color, but I do like the darker, more opaque places too. I think I want to start with some brown, and we're going to do this the same way we did that up there, only it's just going to be a small pile of leaves. All I do is take this paper towel that I've been using to clean my brush with, because it automatically gets wet every time you clean your brush. Put my brush off to the side so it'll dry. I've made a mess of this white thing on my desk. Let's see, it cleans it right up without any issue. Do the same with this one. Simple enough, right? Then you just toss this away, pour out your water, and call it a day. So I got this orange ribbon that I think I probably got at Dollar Tree, if I'm honest. It's just a sheer ribbon. And I got down some baker's twine. I got down this orange and this brown. This little guy is just about empty again, which is funny. Those of you that's been with me a while, you know that I bought 10 rolls of ATG refill. Do you know I just had to order some more because I ran out? That's a lot of tape. Means a lot of creating. We'll fix that crooked stuff, right? Instead of fussing with it back and forth, we'll just put it through twice. Solve that problem. Actually, I want to go around the edges with Distress ink. Vintage photo. Well, this card is just growing and growing, isn't it? Because this is wet, I'm going to put it all through this middle part, too. Oh, you know what? I haven't given you any measurements. I'm using a standard 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25 inch card. It's a standard A2 size card. Then I knew I wanted burgundy and I wanted this mustard color. And the only cardstock that I had in these two colors were card bases that came out of a card base pack that I got at Michael's this time last year. So I cut them in half and cut them down into card mats to do what I need them to do. So this one is the burgundy one is 4 inches by 5 3/8, and then this mustard colored one is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. And then this panel ended up being 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now I need to decide, what am I going to stamp my sentiment on? Well, let's attach these two together. That's better. You know what? I didn't put my baker's twine down. I just looked over and saw it there. So, art glitter glue, because it never fails me. I've already purchased my new bottle of art glitter glue so that I make sure I have it all through the winter, because it does definitely get below 40 degrees where I live. So I purchased it early, and I got it from MayMayMadeIt.com. Obviously, I'll have to let that sit and dry. I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and just add more little circular shapes through here, just to give this tree some interest. But this one is the clear one, which isn't really clear, it's silver. I only know that because I squeezed too much out one time and it came out pretty silver. Let's use this orange. This stays on orange. It's pumpkin colored. That's the name of the color, is pumpkin. I never like using rubber stamps because of all of this extra rubber around here. I always manage to get ink all over it. You guys see how bad I shake? I'm going to leave that like that, even though I didn't get it inked up real well on the F. I'm going to use, what are they called? Gel pens. I need to cut that out. Alright. I want to use this piece here because I think it goes well with this. But I want that to be my biggest piece. So, starting with my little bitty square, I'm just going to start laying it on different colors and cutting out some little squares. Anyway, I got out some scraps. As you can see, I just got this little green one. Since there's green in those trees, I did want to pull a green in for this. Then I'm going to take this green piece and put it on top of this orange. And I'm just going to cut several mats to put that Hello Fall on. And there we go. And I'm just using my wet glue for this, which I need to clean the top off of. Alright, let's try cutting a little bit of this off. Alright. I love this paper. It came out of a Craft Smith 12 by 12 set, or pad, whatever. And I love it. Cute. Choose these guys. They came from Joann's in the $1.99 bins. And they're pretty sticky. I was really impressed with how sticky that they are because I didn't expect them to be as good as they are, being $1.99. I know. You should never judge a book by its cover. I think I'm going to put this right here in the middle. Let's look at it and see. I like it. Fun. And all that came from me taking out that little stamp, that little tree stamp, and my distress inks. I like these little bitty gems. So I want to drop a few into the trees. And I'm using the orange glittery one. I shouldn't be doing this with me being so shaky today, but again, I want to get this card up on World Card Making Day. So there you have it. Bit messy, but that's alright. That's when they're the funnest, right? So, you guys tell me what you guys think about this little card. I think it turned out adorable. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I am going to try and have a video up tomorrow. I know I missed Wednesday, but like I said, the events from the beginning of the week really affected me mentally and emotionally, and I didn't want to make a video and be negative in said video. That's not what I wanted, so it was better to just not make a video at all, in my opinion. At any rate, thanks for spending a little time with me. I certainly do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. Bye, guys.